This is a demo of our Bridgeport Milling Machine. It's got the variable speed head, 42-inch table, and it's got a 2-axis DRO system. It's been fully rebuilt. It's had a regrind on the X, Y and Z axes, all new lead screws, all new nuts for the lead screws, loads of new bearings in the machine, so all the bearings in the variable speed head have been replaced. All the pulleys, well not all the pulleys, but they've all been inspected, anything needs replacing has been replaced. The belts have all been replaced, of course, as standard. Same on the quill, so it's had brand new match pair super precision spindle bearings in the quill, and it's had the R8 taper reground as well to make sure it's all running true for you. So now I'm going to run through the machine, just show you it running in like a virtual demo, and obviously please come down and see it for yourself in real life. Okay, as I say, it's all been reground. Well, on the reground as well, so when you grind the bottom of the table, you have to do the top of the table and two sides to make sure it's all square and true. So it's absolutely, it just looks beautiful as well. Okay, as you can see, there's almost no backlash at all. Brand new lead screws, brand new nuts. Excuse me. Running really nice there, all the way across, dead smooth all the way across. And same with the Y-axis, almost no backlash at all. Really nice all the way. It's a really nice machine. And there's close-up pictures as well of the slideways so you can inspect. Same with the knee. The knee's had a brand new lead screw, brand new nut. It's also had a new bearing in there. There's a big main bearing that is always in need of replacement, and we do replace it on every single machine. Okay, so there wouldn't be any point in doing all that work unless we replace the lube system, which we have done. So there's all new lube pipe, all new metering units. The pump on this one is brand new as well. All the locks are all working, so the X, the Y and the knee locks have all been serviced and all working great. Excuse me. So, powering up on the power feed here. This one's just got an X-axis power feed. It's variable speed. And you can rapid override any time just by hitting this button at the top. Take your finger off and it goes back to feed again. Now these stop, there's a limit switch in the middle there, so when this stop hits the limit switch it'll shut down automatically, the same the other way. So you can move these stops wherever you need them to be, wherever the vice or the job happens to be, but just don't take them off, and there's little limit switch, little extra stops hidden under there, so don't take those out. Move them wherever you like, but just don't take them out. They're there for a reason, and it's just to make sure nothing gets crunched like the scale that's on the back there. Okay, so moving on, we're now going to test the variable speed head and the quill. Firing up on the head, we're in high range. We're running around 1100 RPM. That's 500, it's lovely and quiet. There's 1,000. 2,000. And all the way to 3,000. I'm just hitting the brake just to show you it does work. In reverse now. $2,000, 1,400, 1,000, and back down to 500 again. Okay, so from there, I'm going to change it from high to low range. Sometimes this handle tends to be in the way, so just move it out. It's a quick release handle, so you can reposition it wherever you need to be. Push this handle in, turn it around to the back, lock it in, fire up, and we're now running 60 RPM. There's 120, 240 and 300. And reverse now. 240 in reverse. 120 and back down to 60. Okay, so I'm going to swap now from low to high range, but before I do that I'm going to go to the neutral position. So there's a little notch there, that's neutral. When the handle's pointing sort of towards the table, you can see that the spindle is in the neutral. You can freewheel and clock up a PCD or whatever you need to clock up there. So that's working fine. Back to high range, make sure it's locked in before you fire up. And there you go, it changes just fine. Okay, so now we're going to test the quill. So before you engage the quill, just come off the top or off the bottom. It won't engage unless it needs to lift, so it won't engage unless you're just a little bit off the stop. Okay, so now we're going to engage. You see it's feeding down, the handle's moving down. So for every spindle speed, we've got 3 different feeds. That's the highest, that's the slowest, and that's the medium feed rate. And they're all working fine. I'll let it come down and knock out the stop for itself. There we go, works great. So again, just come off the stop before you engage the feed again. So I'm going to reverse the feed now to feed up. So I'll push this handle in, it's the feed reverse knob. Push this handle in, and then engage the feed again. And there you go, it feeds up great as well. And just to show you, it will reverse it easily. Again, I'll pull it out and I'll reverse the feed and it's going back down again. Okay, so that's working great. So I'll put the quill all the way up to the top. So if you're milling, all the way up to the top, and then you can put the quill lock on, and the quill lock works great. Now it holds the quill in place. So all that's tested, that's all running great. It's also got an IP65 sealed LED light here for the dark nights we're already experiencing, and a guarding system here as well. So just to demo the guard, power feed on, spindle on, you open the guard, the whole machine shuts down. Okay, so reinitialize it, turn everything off, press the green button, machine initializes again, and then you can use the machine again. Okay, that obviously needs to be repositioned for each and every job. Okay, thanks for watching. Please come down and see it for yourself in real life, and yeah, cheers.